welcome and welcome back to my channel. Happy hump day, y'all. We are getting closer and closer to the weekend. While you are here, go ahead and show me some love by liking the video and hitting subscribe if you are feeling the vibe. Now, today's video, this intro is going to be a little different. Please have some patience with me, or you can fast forward if you want. But this girl has been who asked me a while ago if I could do an eyebrow tutorial. And I feel bad because I keep forgetting to do it. So I swear it's going to be quick. I'm just going to do this real quick just in case she is watching. So I get a pencil, okay? I prefer these kind of pencils that you can roll on. All I do is get a pencil. I already be having my eyebrows arched. I get them threaded or waxed. And what I do is I start back here. I learned this actually from Six the Goddess channel. And I start from the back and I just follow the line. Okay. So that's pretty much what I do. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I already have really thick eyebrows, so it helps me a lot, y'all. I'm just literally following the line that I already have. So then I go back to like straighten the line. And then what I do last is I have matte. I use the matte and I just fill it in that way. Like, see how it's light? I just fill it in with the matte, y'all. That's literally it. That's how easy my eyebrows are to do. Like, okay. So that's pretty much it. Like, I just wanted to include that because she asked me about it. Again, I already be having my eyebrows waxed or threaded. So I already have them arched. And then after you have them arched, all I use literally is an eyebrow pencil and then the little matte like powder / wet powder, whatever this is. I use dark brown. So that's pretty much all I do for my eyebrows. Okay, so now that we have gotten that out of the way, let's talk about today's video and the topic. So there is a video currently trending right now, going viral, about this girl who held her man down, y'all. I'm talking about, this is what she looks like right here. Okay, this is what she looks like. And she said she never thought she'd be on TikTok asking for help, but here I am. My life has been turned upside down. After 7 years of marriage, 12 years together, I found out my husband has been having an emotional and intimate affair with my first cousin, someone who called me her best friend, my person, my sister. The betrayal is unbearable. He emptied my savings account. I gave him my 401k to help his child support debt because I believed in us and family. I left my job to start a business and heal. Now I'm left with nothing. And she's talking about how she is in therapy and things of that nature. And she also, I believe, from what I have heard, she has 2 kids by him. Okay. So we are going to be talking about when being the good girl / nice girl goes wrong. I feel like all of us have been there, done that. And I'm going to talk about my personal situation with that at the end of the video. So without further ado, go ahead and watch the video. I will be back at the end with my commentary. You're also going to see people speak about this story, and then people speak about being the good girl. Okay, I will be back.
I blame you because you're a part of me. I blame you because you live in here. I blame you because you've gone through all kind of shit and we've shared so many things. And for you to be doing this to me, who has never done anything like this to you, who would never, ever do anything like this to you. Ever. Anybody. I don't do this kind of stuff. I thought you loved me. I thought you cared about me. I thought you wanted the best for me. Why is this happening to me? What did I do? Why do I deserve this from you?
You don't. You don't.
So then why? Why? Why me? Why is this me? Why am I here? Why am I here having this conversation with you?
Men in general are not worth believing in. Ain't no way you empty out your 401k to help him pay back his child support. And then your husband, this man, is cheating on you with your first cousin that called you best friend. Ain't no way. Men in general are not worth believing in. You should never have so much faith in a man. I don't care if it's your husband or your son, your uncle, anyone. You should never have faith in a man to where it, relies on your pockets. Now, it's one thing if y'all working and he loses his job and he falls a hard time. Yeah, maybe pitch in a little bit more because he lost his job, but he should be doing everything he can to get back on his feet. But child support, his child support? Oh no, man. Using your 401k to help him pay back his child support, and now you have nothing left? Yeah, this is crash out territory. Listen to me, this is crash out territory.
So that lady who was on here crying about how she gave her 401k to her husband to pay back child support and he was cheating on her with her first cousin, it's prime example of why you should always choose yourself. Do you see how he was okay with her using her resources, using her finances, kind of putting herself in a very shitty situation to help him out of his situation? That's a prime example of how men always choose themselves. So ladies, you don't have to experience this first-handedly to take some lessons that she should have learned, and now she has to learn the hard way. You can apply these lessons to your life moving forward. Always choose yourself. Never give a man your money. Never tap into your savings to give to another person. It doesn't even have to be a man. Always prioritize yourself, your well-being, and your mental health. Another lesson that could be learned is if he had back child support and he's not taking care of his current kids, what makes you think that when you step into that life with him that he's going to take care of you, take care of your kids, and prioritize y'all's life together? He was a big walking red flag, because a man that is not taking care of his children, his responsibility, is not a man you want to be near. And to that woman, if you haven't done already, make sure you're separating finances. Go talk to a financial advisor, and then go talk to an attorney if you haven't already started the divorce process. See what you're entitled to. I'm not sure if you're even able to recoup some of that money back, but go talk to the experts in that area. They may give you an idea or help you navigate the situation. Next, they're saying that he left you with 2 kids. That may be considered child abandonment. I'm not sure where you live, but go ahead and talk to your lawyer. Can I file a report for child abandonment against this man, because he left you with those kids clearly, and I don't think, based on the situation, that he's planning to come back, but an attorney should be able to help you with that. And lastly, you're dealing with a lot emotionally, and I hope you have a strong support system in place, but I would consider going to therapy for the situation and just building your community and moving forward, learning from this very hard lesson that you've had to learn. And I wish you all the best in the future, and I hope you keep your head up.
Extremely transparent. I'm not too bit shocked about the lady that sat up here and pretty much cleared her 401k to pay her husband's back due child support, and now he's cheating on her. Cheating on her with her cousin. I've heard multitude of stories. I actually know some person, God bless the dead, that did that. Came up on some money, paid off her boyfriend, at the time boyfriend's back due child support, got engaged, and when it was all said and done, the man up and left. This happens very often. So when people are like, oh, I'm so shocked, I'm so surprised, I'm not. You'd be surprised how many desperate women do the most irrational things behind men. Because there's no way I'm paying back paid child support. There's no way. I can't be that desperate. I'm sorry. This just can't be.
Being a good woman never gets you anywhere, and I don't care what nobody say. So don't be a good woman because you are hoping to get somewhere from it. Just be a good woman because that's just who you are. I'm not a good woman because I want anything in return. I'm just good because that's what I'm supposed to do. I don't know how else to tell y'all. I never met a woman that was a good woman that got anything. I never did. All the good women just need to just be nothing. Just focus on yourself.
I don't know if y'all are ready to talk about this, But when good girls go bad, meaning the fact that when good girls get hip to game and they start realizing that everybody's not playing for them to win, and now they start playing for themselves to win, they never go back. It is a whole paradigm shift. It changes the whole trajectory of the way they think and look at people and situations. Now, they may appear still to be good girls, and they probably are good in their, to their core. But trust me, they plotting and planning and strategizing for if it don't work out for the rest of their days. Because when people play with you when you're a good person and you start getting hip to it, it just rewires your whole way of thinking. And I'm not mad at it. I just feel like good girls who go bad are not safe for men. In a good way. Because they are the new men.
I've never seen a man fumble a good woman and have a good life. Like, I've just never seen it. And honestly, I want to be proven wrong. But every time God, let's say, blesses a man with a really good woman, like an angel, that's not perfect, but she wants to try. She wants to be there for you. She's supporting you. She's thinking about your goals and dreams. She wants to build a life with you, and you fumble her, or you cheat on her, or you don't appreciate her, and then you lose her. Let's say you break up with her, she breaks up with you. I've just never seen men come back from that. Like, when they get that blessing and they lose it, God takes a while to bless them again, because a lot of times, a lot of men don't understand that favor that you're getting on your life is because you have a good woman next to you, either praying for you, pushing for you, working with you, making sure that they're grinding with you, seeing where you're failing so they can come in and try to help you out. But when you lose that woman, or you push them to the point where they no longer even want to try anymore, the comeback is hard. Like, it's really hard for you to come back from that. And I haven't seen many men fumble good women and come back from it fast. Like, I've seen it take years, months, where it's like their quality of life was one way with this woman, and they were living this life. They were living this great life where they're making the money they love. They're, dressed for success. They look amazing. They feel amazing. And they start feeling themselves. They start feeling like they don't need that woman. They need to get a better woman. They need somebody that looks better. They need somebody that does more. And then they end up fumbling the gift that God gave them. And then they think, oh, I just got to get back on my grind. No, you lost your favor, because your favor was with the person that you were with that was praying for you, that was fighting for you. And then you mess with that person's heart, or you broke their heart, or you broke their trust. And now you need to go learn that lesson. So you have to go change. You have to go get better before God can bless you with another blessing like that. He has to see that you can handle it, because the first time he blessed you, you lost it. So I would really, really encourage people to really think about that. Like, you guys can say it in the comments. Like, have you ever seen a man lose a really good woman, like somebody that was really rooting for them, and they come back from it fast?
Okay, so now that you have seen that, let's get into it. So I wish nothing but peace and happiness, healing, and growth for the girl. Like I said, most of us have been there, done that, and it's very unfortunate. So I do wish the best for her, and I hope she's able to recover from this. She did say that she is now in therapy 3 times a week, trying to show up for her babies and stuff. So shout out to you. That is a great first step, going to therapy. I recommend everybody go to therapy or get some type of healing done, because people would just brush stuff like this under the rug and just move on to the next relationship with all this mental and emotional baggage. So shout out to her for that. Okay, so being the good girl / nice girl, I will never tell anybody to stop being you. Be who you are. But I agree with one of the girls who was in the TikTok compilation when she said, don't be a good girl thinking that you're going to get some type of outcome or for a certain kind of outcome. She was saying something like that. That is what I agree with. Like me, I've always had a good heart. I'm a good woman. So I can't change my heart. I can't just go and be cruel like a lot of women do when they get heartbroken and just be a player like men and be cruel. I can't do that, because that's just not genetically me. Like, I would not be true to myself if I did that. However, you can learn from your experiences and move accordingly. That's what we're supposed to be doing here in life, okay? So me personally, y'all, this has happened to me, unfortunately, multiple times. I never got set up in life how I should have been set up when it came to romantically. knowing what's best for me. I speak a lot about, fatherless daughters. That's very important to me. I have a whole playlist on fatherless daughters. So if you're a fatherless daughter or raising a fatherless daughter, I have a playlist on that, because there's just things that we have to navigate in life differently than someone who had a good active father. Like, it's a lot of differences there. Okay. And just because your father is physically in the household does not mean he is mentally and emotionally there how you need him to be. Okay. Which can cause daddy issues. So I didn't have that growing up. So when we don't have that growing up, we go out there and try to figure out what that is on our own. Okay. So I remember I met this guy. He was my first. I met him, totally in love with him. Like my first little love, I guess, puppy love, whatever. And he was going through a hard time. Like, I fell completely in love with him, y'all. Like, he was going through a hard time when we was dealing with each other. And he ended up like getting on house arrest. He was already adopted, and we trauma bonded basically, because I had issues, he had issues, and he was adopted. And because he got on house arrest for being in the streets and stuff, he was not able to make any money. So me, when I tell y'all, I did everything to help this man. Remind you, we're so young. I don't have a car, or anything like that. So I was walking like to his house every day in the hot sun, just to which is probably like a 15-minute walk. Just to make sure he has company. I was giving him money, like just doing so much for him, held him down, y'all, for like 2 years. I believed in everything he said. We was going to get married, have kids. I was young and dumb. Okay. We talking about high school me. I was really young and dumb. And then I found out that like he was bad mouthing me. One of my friends told me like, girl, he is bad mouthing you. And then also I found out that he had a whole baby on the way that he never told me about. I found out through Facebook, and I was just so heartbroken. And I was like, oh my God, like I did all this stuff. I was there for you. I held you down, and you did me dirty like that. Like I literally, like, that was my first time experiencing like what maybe we would consider love. Like I just, I thought he loved me and all of that. And he played me. Really played me. He never took me seriously, like never. And I didn't know what taking seriously was like. Like I thought just us hanging, kicking it, all of that was cool, when that was never the case. Like I never knew what I should expect in a man. My father should have showed me that, but he never did. So I never knew what that was like, how I should be treated. So, that broke my heart for a while. And then I remember this one dude that I was dealing with, like, he always had a crush on me, always tried to I guess pursue me in a way. And when I finally gave him a chance to pursue him again, he ended up like doing me dirty. Like everything was cool at first, like everything was fine, cool, we was kicking it, it was good vibes. And then I remember something happened to his car. And he was in the middle of trying to start CDL school. He was falling on hard times, and I'm like, you know what? You can use my car. So I let this man every single day for CDL school use my car. Like, and I helped him out. Like, I was the reason that he even got through that. And I was just there for it, helped him out whenever he needed something. If he needed to borrow some money, I let him borrow some money, whatever. And he ended up doing me dirty. He ended up ghosted me multiple times, that unexplainably, I didn't understand what happened, like what went wrong, like why didn't he talk to me. It was just, and I'm not saying that I'm perfect in any situation. I'm just saying like people would play me like that, like where I would be totally like, damn, like I thought we was this, and then you do me this way. Like that's crazy. Again, being the nice girl. And then lastly, like most of y'all know who's been following my journey, I was married. And throughout that whole relationship, I'm not going to say that he was never did anything for me as a partner, because he did. He would get me things. We would go on dates and stuff like that. He showed me the most out of anybody at the time. However, it still was a bad relationship. I let him run over me. Like he was very controlling. He was abusive, just all of these things. And I let him run all over me. And people would see it. A lot of people on the outside would see it. But again, that's what frequency I was in. I always, got into imbalanced relationships because I thought that I had to prove myself, and I didn't let them prove themselves. And that's why, of course, they attracted women like me who didn't mind that. So it took a lot of cleansing, fasting, praying, meditating to really become the woman that I became now, so that I could attract better in my life, which I did. And that's part of my whole journey on how I manifested my fiance, which is on my personal channel. But and I'll include that in the comments below. But that was a whole process, and I did it. But I had to really stand on what I believed in, and I had to bring God into it. I'm like, the reason I'm attracting these kind of people and stuff is I never brought God into it. It was always me and my own understanding of what I wanted. I never asked God, like, God, send me my husband. Like, I never came to God and said that. I just did what I wanted to do. I seen him and I wanted him, and that's just what it was. So once I start implementing God, my relationship with God, and asking God to bring me certain things, that's when my whole life changed. Like, everything changed. I manifested so much just with the power of God and bettering myself. And again, a lot of that is on my personal channel. Okay. So, sometimes it's hard because I've been the good girl, I've been the nice girl, and I got played the most when I was one. So again, I'm not saying don't be true to who you are. If you have a good heart, you have a good heart, but not everybody deserves your good heart. And I agree with the last girl who said, like, men who lose good women, a lot of times their life do not turn out great after that. Like, they don't get blessed after that for a while. And that is very, very true. And even the person who I told you about, my first, after he played me and stuff, he told me about his relationship after he left me, and it was very abusive. She was abusive to him and controlling. It was crazy. Like, he had a very bad relationship, and he told me, like, 10 years later, he sent me a message and was like, I should have told you this a long time ago, but I'm sorry for everything I put you through. And I've never experienced like genuine love like that I experienced from you. He was like, I truly missed out on something special because you really just genuinely loved me for me. All you wanted was love when everybody else wanted something from me, And he was like, he truly missed out on something great or something like that he was saying, And that is what it is. Like, when I was single, we connected a couple times after that, like, just hung out as friends and stuff, nothing major, but it just is what it is, That's what happens. So we have to stop acting like, as women and men, good people are just, who are genuinely good people are just around, because they're not. It's a lot of low vibrational, terrible people and energies out here. I wish nothing but the best for everybody I've ever dealt with, but I do know, sorry, I accidentally played that video, but I do know that if God blesses you with something good and you take advantage of it, you might not get blessed with it again. And if you do, it might not be for a very long time. Also, like, when it comes to holding a man down, like, I know people have different views on this. I'm the type of person to where I always have felt, well, more recently as I grew, I feel like a man who does not financially have himself together should not be dating, point blank, period. When you reach a certain age, like when you're a teenager or in college, it's different. Y'all have the whole young love thing going on. But when you become an adult and you are looking for your wife, you should already have everything in alignment of how it needs to be. You should already have, okay, I have this together to bring her to. Like, it doesn't have to be the best home. It doesn't have to be, rich. You don't have to be rich, but I mean, like, you should be able to financially provide for your woman. So, and it doesn't mean that you have to pay for everything. I'm not even talking about that. I'm just talking about, you should be financially stable enough to the point you should not be asking her for money, or you are not ready for a wife or a woman. You're not ready for it. Now, there are men out here who have that role completely like confused, and women as well. Nowadays, it's a lot of women being husbands and men being wives, so it's whatever works for you. But I'm just saying, like, you as a woman, you should not have to financially provide for that man just for him to be there, or just because you think later on you're going to get a better outcome. Don't play yourself like that. If he values you, he's going to want to make your life easier. Okay, a man is physically built biologically to take on more of the load than a woman. Like, my husband, he be driving hours. I'd be like, did you get enough sleep? Like, he might not go off of 3 hours of sleep, and he's constantly making money because that's his mindset. There are men who are too lazy to do anything like that. Like, they don't want a better life, or they don't want to help make your life easier, etc. I can say my husband has done that. Like, he has came in and completely made my life easier to where I don't have to, like, financially stress over things that I might have had to do in the past. Like, and that's what a man's supposed to do. He's supposed to come in and make things easier for you. And as a woman, you're supposed to bring your femininity into the picture and make the house a home and nurture him and spiritually protect the family and motivate him, give him something to come home to. Like, my husband told me, like, you motivate me to do better. Like, you make me want to do better, want to go harder. And that's what you should be for your partner. So it all depends on you and what you want. But I'm just saying, like, you should not have to financially provide for him to stay around, okay? Because a lot of men like that will not appreciate you. They will use you for what they need you for, and then they, with what you have helped him with, they'll take that to the next woman. And a lot of men who did like marry the person that held them down or whatever, a lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them, they'll do that because their conscience is like, she been there for you, she had your kids, etc. So they married them, but they be the same ones out there cheating and with the women who they really want, you know, or like lusting over the women they really want because they only did that because of their conscience, you know. So don't be that woman is all I'm saying. It just doesn't work out very well. But y'all let me know y'all experiences. What do y'all think when it comes to this? The only time I feel like you should financially provide is if you already are with that man, married to that man, y'all already been together, he already showed himself, and he falls on hard times. If he falls on hard times, then you should be able to come in and support the family, help the family, etc. But do not meet him that way, if that makes sense. So let me know what y'all think. Like, comment, subscribe. I will see y'all on the next one.